Madonna's back again today with another video, and I'm dumb hype about today's video, you guys, because for a while I've been having like the best makeup routine and I've just been dying to share it with you guys. Like, this is like my favorite foundation routine that I've ever did on my channel, no cap. You guys see just how you guys, look at the skin. Look at the skin. I felt like it's also been a minute since I did kind of like an updated foundation routine. So I was like, it was about time we kind of like just focus on complexion and kind of like going a little bit in depth on how I actually do like my base routine. And I am just, like I said, obsessed with all of the products that I'm recently using in my foundation routine. Like, girl, I just love it. Lie to you not, literally probably all of these products work on all type of skin types. It doesn't even matter what your skin is. But me personally, I do have dry skin, so I did want to say that right before we jump into the tutorial, just in case you guys do have dry skin. This is honestly just what just works for me. This foundation routine is definitely full coverage, long lasting, very glowy, very skin like, but still full glam, you guys. And like I said, once you get the foundation routine down, you can go ahead and switch out the eyeshadow and things like that. But the base, yeah, this is going to be the base for a while. I included everything in this routine, and I'm talking about starting from the skin prep. The makeup that you put on top of your skin is only going to look as great as the skin underneath. So make sure you are prepping your skin before you put all of this makeup on. So yeah, you guys, I showed you all of it, the skin prep, all of that. So yeah. I didn't gatekeep at all in this video, so it's lit. If you guys want to see how I've been recently doing my base routine, then you already know what to do. Definitely keep on watching. Definitely give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this tutorial. And nonetheless, you guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Alright, so jumping straight into voiceover. How you doing, prima donnas? Alright, so top of the morning. Good morning, y'all. This is how I wake up. And yeah, skin looking a little crazy, hair looking a little crazy. But of course, I have to start my day with my good old iced coffee. I cannot function without my iced coffee. So if you guys want a little iced coffee tutorial, let me know. I also have to pop in my contacts, but let's jump straight into the skin prep. So first things first, I'm starting off with my Glow Recipe Watermelon Dew Drops. I love this. This is kind of like a moisturizer and a serum in one for me, and I love that as kind of like my first step to my skincare, as well as this Revolution Vitamin C moisturizer. This is also going to awaken up your skin, and it's nice and refreshing, and it does have a little citrusy scent. I also do love the Jaclyn Under Eye Hydrating Cream. I cannot skip out on my under eye cream when I am prepping my skin, because I do have a little bit of eczema, especially on my eyelids. So a little trick, if you do have long acrylics like myself, I like to just use the back of my thumb to try to like really work in my under eye cream without necessarily tugging on my under eye or my nails getting in the way. So this is kind of like a little hack. And last but not least, for the skin prep is the e.l.f. Calming Facial Oil Infused Mist. I love these. I have all of them, but right now I'm just using the blue one, which is the calming one, and I like this one specifically because it does calm down a little bit of my redness. And now to prep my lips, this is the Juice Gloss. So this is infused with a little bit of electrolytes, and I really love this. It's so juicy and it adds a little bit of color to my lips, primes them really nice. And as you guys can see, I just did get lip filler, which I am going to be posting my lip filler vlog very soon. But yeah, you guys gotta prep the lips. So next up is the brows. I am going to be using my Morphe Micro Brow Pencil with my Anastasia Brow Freeze. Now this is not going to be a brow tutorial, you thought, okay? You're gonna have to just stay tuned for that. But yeah, we'll be doing an updated brow routine very soon. But yeah, once the brows are on, I can more or less kind of like really now get into my makeup, because I really hate doing my makeup without my brows on. Once the brows are on, I'm like, all right, now I can get into it. So next up, we are going to do the eyes. So for an everyday makeup look, I'm not going to really do too much for my eyes, but I do like to add a little something. So I am going to be taking a little bit of concealer. This one does have a little bit of a color to it, so it's not like a brightening concealer or a concealer that I use under my eye. This one is actually kind of like similar to my skin tone. As for eyeshadow, I am going to be taking the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette, and this one specific shade, I'm about to hit pan on it because this is my favorite eyeshadow shade for an everyday look, for a soft glam look for my clients. I'm just obsessed with this one shade. So yeah, this is kind of like what I use all over my lid. As you guys can see, the brush I am using is a little bit fluffy. So it's not only just packing on the color and setting my lid, but it's also diffusing it at the same time. So that way everything looks nice and diffused and just like a nice wash of color all over the lid. I get asked so many times like, what shadow is that on your lid? Because it does kind of have like a little bit of like a hint of like a peachy undertone. It's so pretty and so subtle. And then for my inner corner, I am going to be taking, it's kind of like a matte vanilla shade because it's not white. It is like a light cream. And I've been loving this for my inner corner. Nothing shimmery, just a straight up matte little inner corner highlight. So that's really all I'm going to be doing for the eyeshadow. But of course, you do not want to leave it harsh like that. Oh my God, that's like one of my biggest pet peeves. You want to go back in with your blending brush and make sure that your inner corner is blended. So now moving on to lashes, I do have two for like my little everyday glam. First is my Lily lashes in the style NYC. I love these, but I did want to show you my go-to affordable drugstore option, which is the INV double layer lashes. These are in the number 8 because no shade, girl, we're gonna go with actually even more dramatic and better than the Lily lashes. I love both of them, but these Envy lashes have just been my favorites. I also been loving the Juvia's Place Nubian lash glue. They also did come out with lashes, but I'm obsessed with the glue. But anyways, back to the Kiss lashes. Do you see these lashes though? And another thing I love about them is that they have a clear band, so they're so perfect for every day and they're so easy to apply. Like I said, you're not gonna have that black band in the way, so you don't even need to do liner. And baby, do you see these lashes? Okay, last thing, a little hack that I've also been doing is just taking a little bit of black shadow and going right over the lash band, and that's pretty much all I do for the eyes. Now moving on to the complexion. So moving on to my favorite primer, this is the NYX Plump Back Up primer. And you guys, I've been talking about this primer for a little minute. If y'all still have not tried it, I don't know what you're doing, okay? This primer is amazing. It's kind of like a dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip, but I actually find this one a little bit more hydrating, has a little bit more slip to it, and it's affordable, so it's bomb. And I like to pair that with my Winxie Luxe Whipped primer, and girl, these two in combine. So the NYX one is more of like a grip primer. That one's gonna make sure that your foundation is nice and stuck and does not move anywhere. But this one is gonna actually fill in your pores. So this one is more like a pore filling, kind of like silicone type of feel. So this one is gonna make your skin feel so smooth. It's gonna go all over your fine lines and all over your texture and just literally add a portrait filter on top of your skin. So that's why I go in with both primers, because they both serve a different purpose. So yeah, now moving on to foundation, I'm going in with the new Hourglass Ambient Glow foundation, and this is one of the newer foundations that just came out, but it completely blew me away the second I tried it. So yeah, now it's my new favorite foundation. I like to also pair this with my Morphe foundation brush, and I like to spray my brush with the Pretty Fresh spray from ColourPop. I like to spray my brush because it also does allow for my foundation to not dry down too quick, and it also helps me blend. Yeah, it's just personal preference, but yeah, I like to go in first with a brush, because if you are using a beauty blender to buff in your foundation, it does soak up a bit of your product. So if you want more of a full coverage, I recommend to put your foundation on with a brush versus a sponge. But if you want more of like a natural finish, then yeah, definitely go in with the beauty blender. But honey, we love a full beat over here on this channel, so yeah, it's full coverage and nothing. So anyways, now for my little hack on how I really get my foundation to be full coverage. I go in with a second layer, but this is kind of like a little half of pump, and I'm just gonna go in now with just areas that I just want it to be a little bit more coverage, which is necessarily by like my chin and like my jawline area. And when I tell you, this adds such the difference going in with a second layer. But as you guys can see, we are not using the brush this time. This time I'm actually buffing it in with my beauty blender, because I want this layer to be very thin and, like I said, not too cakey. So now moving on to my cream contour, I'm going in with this one from Refy, and I actually finally put down my Juvia's Place stick contour, because this one is a lot more natural and perfect for every every day. And like I said, I just love the fact that I get to just stick my big old brush into it and just stamp it on my face. I don't have to blend out a line. So it's just very easy to use, and it is very glowy and creamy, you guys. So if you want a very glowy look, I highly recommend this cream bronzer because it blends like butter, and it's not patchy, it's not matte, it's just beautiful. So yeah, that's the cream bronzer. And then moving on to my cream blush, I am going to take this one from Rare Beauty. This one is in the shade Bliss, and I love a cream blush moment. The reason why I like to put a cream blush underneath my powder blush is just for the longevity. Blush is usually the first thing that wears off in your makeup, so just locking it in with a cream blush underneath is just going to make sure that your blush is nice and popping all day every day, okay, period. So now for them under eyes, quickly Sephora Skin has took over the internet and took over my life, because honestly this is my favorite concealer right now. And as far as my concealer, I love for my concealer to be full coverage. The foundation was medium coverage and I make it full coverage. I can always work with a medium coverage foundation, but the concealer, honey, has to be full coverage, and this one is just that. I love also a brightening concealer, so with my concealer I like to go at least a little 2 shades brighter than my foundation color because I do like a brighter under eye. I also hate a mattifying concealer, you guys, because I do have drier under eyes. So this Sephora Skin concealer, like I said, just checked all the 3. It's hydrating, it's brightening, and it's full coverage, and it's affordable. So yeah. So now to set my under eye, I'm going in with the One Size from Patrick Starrr. And you guys, this One Size powder is bomb. The next thing I'm going to tell you is you have to use a powder puff, okay? I don't care where you get them from, the beauty supply store, order them on Amazon. It don't matter which powder puff, but bitch, make sure you're setting your under eye with a powder puff because it's really going to change the game for you. If you really want to see a difference in your makeup, definitely use a powder puff, because the moment I switched to a powder puff, oh yeah, baby, my life has never been the same. Now to set the rest of my foundation, of course, I'm going in with my Sephora Micro Smooth, but as you guys can see, I did show you guys my e.l.f. CC Camo foundation powder because that one is a great powder as well. But in today's video, I did use my Sephora Micro Smooth. Okay, now moving on to bronzer. I'm taking 2. Okay, these are the bronzer besties. Okay, they come in a little duo in my life. Okay, I need both of them. So the first one is the Milani. This is the baked bronzer. So this one is actually more of, I wouldn't say shimmery because it's not shimmery, it's baked. It's just more of like a glowy bronzer. It's not all matte, and I love this one for all over my face. Like this bronzer, I don't know how to explain it, but it is just so gorgeous. But then now, like peep it, right? So now I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline City bronzer. Now this one is just straight up matte and a lot more deeper in tone. So I don't know what it is about using both of these in conjunction together, but they are beautiful together. So if you have not tried kind of like a baked bronzer with a matte bronzer together, it adds such a nice glow to the skin, and girl, you need it. It's life. Now for blush, I'm taking one of the Juvia's Place blushed duos, and these, girl, if you still have not heard about these, all the hype is real. These blush duos are so amazingly pigmented. They're bomb, and you get 2 shades. The one that I've been rocking every day is volume 2 because that one does come with kind of like an orange tone and a pink tone blush in the duo, and girl, those are my go-to color blushes, so why not have both of them just sitting right there on my vanity? And you can even mix them, girl, if you're feeling a little mixy. So now moving on to highlight, I'm taking this one from Dior. This is the Backstage Flash palette, and that peachy highlighter right there, oh, it is so stunning. It's not too white, it's not too gold, it's not too yellow. It's just a perfect shade for me, and I just live for it. Like, I really live for it. Also, the formula of this Dior highlights are so nice because they just literally melt into the skin. It doesn't even look like you're wearing highlighter. It just looks like you're actually like glowing from within, like a natural sweat. I don't know how to explain it. I love it. Now, last thing for my eyes. I love doing this little trick to just brighten and open up my eyes. It's perfect for every day. Is to add a nude tone in your waterline. Now, this is actually not an eyeliner. This is the Benefit High Brow Pencil. And this is going to be the best waterline eyeliner you would ever try. I promise you, it's that good. And it's a chunky pencil, so you're going to have it for such a long time. But the color, it's not stark white. It's like a nice flesh tone peachy nude, and it's just gorgeous, you guys, and it's so creamy. I love this for my waterline. Finishing off with a little bit of lower lash mascara and re-highlighting my inner corner, and that's it for my eyes. Now my face is not complete unless I add my little beauty mark, so I like going in with my Anastasia brow pen, same pen that I used for my brows, and just adding my little beauty marks, you guys. This is actually my favorite part of my makeup routine, adding my beauty marks. Okay, now for real, y'all gotta pay attention. This Charlotte Tilbury airbrush setting spray, oh my god, this is the Stay All Day setting spray, and I don't know what it is, what they put in this setting spray, crack, I don't know. But the last setting spray that I loved this much was the Glow Recipe Watermelon Mist, and this is kind of like coming second, or even I love this more than that. But girl, this setting spray is going to transform your entire skin, I promise you. This setting spray, no joke, literally is like fucking magic. So as you guys can see, once you dry it completely down, your skin is just gonna come back to life and look so glowy. But now I'm gonna teach you guys how to really step up your makeup game and how to really make your makeup look like a pro makeup artist, how to real life make your skin look like in a filter. So you're gonna need 2 powders. You're gonna need a brightening powder and your foundation powder. So after you set your setting spray, you want to go back in with your face powder and reset now with a beauty sponge on the areas that you tend to crease. So my smile lines, my chin, my nose, my forehead. So that's where I'm gonna now reset with my foundation powder and my damp beauty sponge. And now for my under eyes, I'm gonna go in with the MAC Studio Fix. This is an NC20. This one is a lot brighter than my foundation powder. This powder is also full coverage, so it's just gonna add an extra layer of coverage to your under eye while brightening them as well. So doing this last little step, like I said, just really makes all of the difference in your makeup routine, because now you can really see the areas that you highlighted, that you contoured, and everything now looks so smooth and set. And even like I said, with that Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, you're still gonna have that glow and you're not gonna look all powdery and dry. You know what I'm saying? We still want to look glowy, and that's exactly what this gave. Okay, it gave fucking glowy. So now last but not least is the go-to lip combo. So I'm gonna show you guys kind of like my everyday and my everyday with a little pizzazz. Okay, so I have 2 little everyday lip combos. So the first one is the Morphe Sweet Tea lip pencil. So I'm gonna use this to line my lips. As you guys seen before I started with my lip liner, I also did powder my lips, just so that way none of the setting spray or anything is on my lips and my lips are nice and matte. And it also does give something for my lip liner to grasp onto. So for the liquid lipstick, I'm going to be taking the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. This one is in the shade Nudie. And now I'm just going to put this all over my lips and on top of the lip liner. So as you guys can see, this is cute, it's everyday, and it's simple. But I am going to show you how to take this nude lip and step it up a notch and just turn it into like a bad bitch nude lip. Okay, so I'm going to redefine the lip line and also deepen it now with the Morphe Bite Me lip pencil. And my little trick is to add just a dab of concealer onto the center of your lips, not on your full lips, just a little dab onto the center. And you want to use a lip brush when you are blending out your liquid lipsticks, because it does fill in all the fine lines on your lips and it makes them look a lot more smoother. But anyways, you want to leave that concealer right on the center. That's going to make your lips look a lot more pouty. And I'm going to show you guys a comparison just so you can see one is more subtle and one is a little bit more dramatic. Just depends how I'm feeling that day. But yeah, you guys, nonetheless, this is my updated foundation go-to everyday makeup routine, and this one was one for the books. Okay, I done did it, I done gave it to y'all raw, I done spilled all my tips and secrets. Okay, so that way you guys can achieve a flawless base as well. So I hope you did enjoy this video, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.